Imagine your loved one, your partner, your children, feeling suicidal, feeling desperate, ringing the crisis team, hoping for support, and then because of that being dragged through the court system and given a criminal conviction. It's wrong, right? Please press that like button and that subscribe button to stop this from happening to your loved ones and to fight for better. We don't deserve this shit. We need action now. Before I get into this video, I'm going to say that if you are interested in a self-help book, which basically is based on some of my own experiences and also some on research and wisdom and life experience. If you could be struggling from depression, you could be struggling from a breakup, you could be struggling from a breakdown, abuse, everything. You're not alone, and people do care, I care. I hope that this book can help you. Why don't you give it a go? You never know, it might help you. It might be the thing that you need to actually say, you know what, it does get better. It does get better. If you are interested in this book, go to inspirationalwriters.co.uk, check the link in the description, and there's going to be a lot of blog updates on that book. So yeah, a lot of my regular subscribers will know that I made a YouTube video about this about 3 or 4 months ago, which I deleted due to having a lot of recordings and etc. But I thought, well, you know what, I can't just go quiet about this because it's such an important subject. If somebody just stops talking about things, if people just stop talking about something that's really important, the message is never going to be out there. Do you know what I mean? It's never going to change. I will continue for the rest of my life to fight for better mental health services and fight for the voiceless and fight for the people that are getting shoved under the carpet because I'm passionate about it, Over the past year or two, I've come across many people that are really in desperate situations that are being criminalised by the police, by the court system, given criminal convictions for simply asking for mental health support. It is fucking disgusting, I've had to attend court for asking for mental health support. My loved ones have gone to court and previous friends. It's utterly disgusting. Now, I'll start off this discussion by saying a little brief about what I've been through. I was actually locked up in a psychiatric unit for many years, being subjected to sexual abuse, etc. When I was released from there, which was called Roycroft Clinic in Newcastle, feel free to Google it, come up quite a lot of nasty stuff. When I got out there, I was basically treated like any other person, do you know what I mean? Like, I was just expected just to get a job, expected to just get on with it, and they never really understood never really even wanted to give me the support. And I was struggling. Now, I moved from Hull to Bradford last year. I know, not a very good choice, but anyway. I ended up getting sexually assaulted and basically not good because a close friend of mine took her own life, which is sad, but it's the way it is. I was really struggling. I was cutting my arms with razors, I was doing all sorts, and it really wasn't a good time. Now, I rang the crisis team in Bradford, hoping for some support, because I was actually in the Beehive Inn. I actually had lost my home because of the sexual assault, so I was living in the Beehive Inn, and I was ringing the Bradford crisis teams, and I was saying, look, I'm suicidal, I need help now, please help me. And they didn't do anything. They were like, no, you're not even from Bradford, it was your choice to move, and it was utterly disgusting. I actually ended up getting a conviction. Here we go. The defendant is alleged to have made 2 phone calls to Bradford First Response. First Response is an organisation in Bradford which is an emergency service designed to assist people with acute mental health issues. It offers a 24-hour emergency phone line for people with immediate mental health issues, and these can see them in person. It is an NHS service. Michelle has called the service on at least 2 occasions where she has had no requirement for their mental health support, and that's a police report. I actually had to attend court on the 12th of April, due to that, and I was scared. I could have gone to fucking prison, I could have lost my house, I could have lost my university place, I could have lost my dignity, I could have ended up just killing myself in prison, due to asking for support in the first place, which is backward. My partner at the time went with me, who was also being criminalised for asking for mental health support, and I found it I just think it's wrong. I just think it's wrong. I mean, all these documents, all this is documentation from it. I mean, it's ludicrous. Is that what, society wants to do now? Scare people into not asking for help because they daren't ring because they might get a conviction. They daren't ring because they're going to be, told just to get on with it by the police. There's always a set system. There's never just common sense and empathy. They use this, they're saying it needs to be genuine enough. It isn't genuine enough. And I think that's absolutely bizarre. Because, you wouldn't say to somebody who's broken their leg, oh, sorry, your leg's not broken enough, go away, you can't have our support as a net. It doesn't make sense, it's like a trap. It's like the system is designed to keep people down. It's like they say to people, if you feel like you're struggling, ring the crisis team. And then when you do ring the crisis team, it's like, why are you ringing us? And then, so you ring the police, because the crisis team's done nothing, like, someone that's close to me did, and then they got arrested for doing that. So it's like you can't win no matter what you do. And I do really sympathise because it's not a good place to be in. It's wrong. And, until the day I die, I will continue to fight for mental health support. And I'm going to say this, even if we're not talking at the moment, even if we are talking, even if we're friends, even if we're not friends, whatever. If you've been criminalised for asking for mental health support and you want somebody to go with you to court, I will go with you. No matter where in the country you are, I'll go with you if you want me to go. And I mean that, and I mean that for everybody. Because I think everybody needs to stick together, everybody needs to fight for the same cause. Yeah, we all have differences in opinion, we've all got different personality traits, might not all get on, but when it comes to this, we should all unite and we should all help each other because there isn't many services that are helping us at the moment. People need to understand that having a criminal record can fuck up your chances of getting a good career. It'll stop you going into law, it'll stop you going into teaching, finance, banking, caring professions. It's bad. And most of my criminal convictions are directly related to not having any mental health support and struggling. I'm gonna put this in here. A depressed dad killed himself after he was turned away and he was treated like a criminal. Now, this is happening nearly all the time. Type in "sent home suicidal" into Google. Just type that in. Hundreds of things will come up. Woman sent home just to watch Netflix. Woman told to get on with it. And also, I'm going to say this. This is not necessarily criminalisation, but this is very similar, okay? I know somebody that was... I've got permission to put this in. Okay, so this person was... she was involved with various mental health commissions anyway. Now, this person organised a protest about the way mental health legislation was going through. And she was actually taken onto the ward, sectioned and actually injected and actually denied internet access and denied phone access, etc. for actually staging her views and actually talking about the system's corrupt. Now, that is criminalisation in itself because that is taking away someone's human rights for having an opinion. It's a mockery.
That's perfect.
When I went online from inside the mental ward as to what they were doing to me, and the care trust solicitors immediately stopped my internet access.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's one human right abuse after the other.
It is. We just got my case with the Human Rights Court at the moment because I was actually a member of Mine's parliamentary networking team in 2006 and 2007, and I was working on the new mental health legislation as it was going through Parliament. And I was constantly watching the debates in the House of Lords and the House of Commons about the new Mental Health Act. And I was getting all the direct mailings directly from the Department of Health about the new legislation as it was going through Parliament, and I knew exactly what they were planning with these new community treatment orders. And I was threatened in 2009 after I'd been arrested for staging a real-life human rights protest about human rights violations in the Mental Health Act at my house on the 14th of October 2009. At the time when I was actually a litigant in person with the Human Rights Court in Strasbourg, I got arrested with a 135 warrant and brought onto the ward and constantly restrained and injected. And when I went to the ward manager and I said, I'm a litigant in person with the Human Rights Court in Strasbourg right now, and I read them my rights under the Human Rights Convention, I immediately got 6 members of staff pounce on me, restrain me violently, take me to a room and give me forced injections for being agitated.
A lot of people already know this, but I made a video and I'll mention it quickly again. I've got permission to use this clip. I mean, I was actually rejected for therapy due to a criminal conviction of assault. You know, because I've got a diagnosis of personality disorder and PTSD, and I was actually denied the personality disorder, you know, DBT therapy due to an assault charge. And that is criminalisation, because everybody, no matter what you're going through, no matter who you are, everybody deserves treatment. Because you won't be like, sorry, you're not allowed heart surgery because you've been done for shoplifting. Forget that. Everyone's entitled to support. Mental health is just as important as physical health. Do you know what I mean? It's a fact.
What I'll do is if you want me to, I can get a message to us that, you know, concerned about this. You know, this is kind of like crucial to your kind of like recovery, really. And
well, I've not had therapy. You know, that's what I'm saying.
No, I know you haven't. No.
It doesn't really make any sense, because people say stuff like, "Oh no, you're not well enough to work, you're not well enough to do this," but they don't offer me any therapy at all. So I think it's obvious that I won't be getting any therapy. Even I've had my own GP, and he says, you know, I've done everything I can, and he says, you know, if the people decide you're too risky or you can't do it, that's nothing to do with me as a GP.
Yeah.
But it
what was the reason for?
Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
No, it doesn't seem like it. No.
I mean, when I was under the CMHT in Hull, they referred me for DBT, and then the building shut down. So everything's been against me to get in.
Yeah, but nothing's changed, has it?
No,
I mean, I'll be interested to find out why they've said that you're, why you're not eligible for that kind of like service through the Compass team. And I think it's down to Florence really to kind of like challenge it. If they're saying it's about risk, we can appeal that decision.
You know, and I'm happy that my advocate Glenn from AdvoNet helped me actually overturn that decision. He actually wrote and actually made complaints, and actually I've got therapy now. So I do see someone once a week now for therapy, and it's really helping me, because the reason why so many people are feeling like they don't get enough support in the UK these days is because there isn't any. It's a tick box system. It's like literally a robotic scheme, okay? And it's like, right, are you this, are you that, no, bye. And that is the system. I just want to say this as well, if you are feeling suicidal, or if you're feeling like you want to give up tonight, or if you're feeling really low, or if you know, somebody that you love has been saying that they feel that way, and you're scared for them, and you feel like you want to do it, or you can't help them, or whatever, I really am sorry about this. It's not a nice situation to be in. Now, I've put some links in the description to some support lines that might help, and some websites that you can look at, and also some places that I know about that have helped me that may help you. Give it a go, and I hope that you do get through this time. You can always message me, I will reply. Message me via the comments or message me via YouTube chat. I will always get back in touch, because we all need to help each other. Just want to say that if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, breakup, breakdown, poverty, whatever, abuse, you're not alone, and I do care, and people do care. This self-help book that I'm writing might help you, it might not, but why don't you give it a go? I'm going to be putting a free chapter on inspirationalwriters.co.uk, because if you go to that link in the description, you can download free chapters from there. So you might like it. It's a free taste, why don't you give it a go? I've got nothing more to say. Like I said, I'm fighting for mental health awareness and better services in the UK. I am going to go into politics at some point in the future, so please press that subscribe button and have a nice day. Don't give up, you're worth more, you're stronger than you think. It's been Michelle.